My name is Chris Earl. I'm exhibiting here at the Consume exhibition, and I'm a designer and furniture maker in Los Angeles, California. I started building furniture about 14 years ago. I came from a background of art. Studio art just wasn't utilitarian enough for me, so furniture was a really nice meld of sculptural aspects, but also a very functional piece that at the end of the day, someone gets to physically interact with. So I came up in cooking, initially just to pay the bills as I was going through school and all that, but it became a real passion of mine. And so I did that for a number of years. I would cook and do furniture on the side. And about 7 or 8 years ago now, I flipped that and have been doing furniture exclusively. My aesthetic tends to be informed primarily by my heritage. I'm Danish, so I definitely have some Danish influence in there, but I grew up in Papua New Guinea. So there's kind of a little bit of the asymmetry of that place, a little bit of a wild character has crept in that I think makes this style slightly unique. Designing for a restaurant can be a little different. In a restaurant, you really have to consider that it is a commercial space and they're going to be getting a ton of use, much more than, say, in someone's home. So you really have to take that into account when mapping out how you're going to cut your joints, what gauge you're going to use for various thicknesses and all of that. Ergonomics always come into play, especially with a dining chair. So you're always looking to hit kind of a perfect medium there because you want it to be comfortable, you want everyone to feel welcomed, but the chair can't feel too loungy, otherwise it becomes really uncomfortable when it comes time to actually eat. The height of the chair is always very important. If the chair's too low, you feel like you're at a table for kids or something. If the back's too upright, you feel pressed forward. If it's too far back, you're spilling all over yourself. Otium project was a fun one. They reached out to us. They had a need for some seating, dining chairs and stools. They had a concept of where they wanted to go with the restaurant, but they gave us a lot of creative control in terms of the actual pieces that we produced and designed for them. They wanted solid wood construction on the stools and chairs. They wanted an upholstered seat. A unique element was they wanted the back legs to canter forward. Other than that, we were given full lateral movement. One of the things I really loved about doing these pieces is they're pretty straightforward, elegant, modern, but we did a really nice sculpted back on them. Those are all hand-carved backs, which draws in that asymmetrical aspect that I was talking about. We positioned them so that they would sit just above the table height. So knowing that they were going into a restaurant setting where a lot of them will be rowed up next to each other, it creates this really nice, clean aesthetic of both symmetry and interest all at the same time. The thing I really love about what I do is I get to be in the shop every day. My favorite part is the initial prototyping process, coming up with new designs. I tend to be pretty intuitive in regards to my approach. So I'll start with just a rough idea. That'll turn into a quick pencil sketch just to get my ideas out. And then it's a lot of playing around in the shop. Literally just mocking up boards together, mocking up a piece of furniture. And then from there I figure out, okay, how am I gonna execute this with all the geometry?